Good morning, people. Welcome to Café con Liga. Let's talk about what happened in La Liga last weekend. Of course, we're going to talk about Real Madrid's defeat to Alaves, Atletico's win away at Valencia, and of course, Barca thumping Osasuna at home. But we have to start with what happened last night in San Sebastian, where Real Sociedad played Villarreal, and it was kind of the teams that find themselves at the top of the table right now, that are maybe feeling like this is going to be the year of the underdog, and they're going to have a real chance to go for it. And, they've been doing well in the Europa League as well. So it was a game that was really anticipated, and it didn't disappoint. It was a great game, 1-1 in the end, with two penalties for each side, and I think a game of two halves. I think Deportivo, what am I talking about? Real Sociedad had the first half, the better of the chances, and then in the second, we saw a Villarreal side that was very dominant and tried to win the game. And that's what I take away from this game, to be honest. I think Villarreal was the team that looked for the 3 points at the end. It looked like the more aggressive teams. And Emery, for me, is creating something really dangerous there. Dangerous in the positive sense of the word, of course. I think they're going to be a really, really difficult side to beat Villarreal. And they're going to be definitely looking for that top 3, top 4 finish. But yeah, in the end, again, this draw, there was also a penalty decision at the end, right at the end of the game, that Villarreal didn't get. That could have decided the game for them, of course, but it wasn't given. But all in all, again, it opens up the way for who? Atletico Madrid, because Atletico was one of the 3 big sides that got maybe the most important win this weekend away at Valencia. And whatever we want to say this season about Valencia, they're still a decent team, and at home at Mestalla, it's not going to be easy to get results. You saw Real Madrid go there and get blasted. So really important win for Atletico in a week where, of course, we've got this Champions League, we've got international break before, so there's been a lot of injuries, not only in Spain but across Europe. I think especially the big teams, the ones that have a lot of internationals, they've been riddled with injuries, and this is seen in La Liga, in the table, And Atletico getting this win, especially when they don't have a number 9, Correa and Thomas Lemar up top, and it shows from the scoreline. It was an own goal that got them the win. But in the end, that's what counts. Those are the 3 points. As much as it's a cliche, those are the 3 points that potentially, lead you to a league title at the end of the season. Of course, the big news, I think the big surprise was Real Madrid's loss to Alaves at home. Surprise, I think, for people that don't really follow La Liga and don't really follow Real Madrid, because I think even you Madridistas would agree with me that this was coming. This defeat was coming. Again, Carvajal just getting back, getting injured again. In the midfield, Valverde isn't there. Of course, in the attack, Benzema. I think a player that Real Madrid sorely missed, and it was seen in his game. Mariano Diaz does a decent job. He did well midweek in the Champions League against Inter, but he's not the same player, and Real Madrid don't look as dangerous. They were already struggling with goals, and without their main goal scorer, this was always going to come. But of course, Thibaut Courtois making a huge mistake for that second goal for Alaves. There's no excuses for that. Seasoned goalkeeper like him, just lapse of concentration that cost Blancos badly in his game. A lot of talk about Marcelo, of course, starting. There's a bad statistics going around. I think in the last 10 games that he started for Real Madrid, Blancos have gone on and lost. But that's the easy excuse. I don't think we should blame it all on Marcelo. I do think we should question Zidane and, of course, his rotation. But again, let's not be sensationalist, and it's something that I don't like about Spanish media in particular. They're all calling for Zidane's heads already. I mean, come on. Who else is gonna get the credit to work if not Zidane? Who else would you want at your club under Banderistas right now than a guy that won you 3 Champions Leagues in a row and has proven himself, won La Liga last season? Let the guy work. Of course, it's gonna be a transitional year. It was always gonna come after so many years of success and the change of generations. Something that happened in Barcelona, with their Xavi, Iniesta kind of generation. So let's take it easy. Let's not, call for Zidane to be gone already and things like that. I'm willing to give him until the end of the season and let him work in peace. And of course, get that summer that he can do investments, because let's not forget, last summer, the only player that they signed was Odegaard, and he was already a Real Madrid player. So, yeah. Barcelona, of course, thumping Osasuna 4-0 at home. Of course, the big headline from this game was Messi's kind of tribute celebration to Maradona. We lost him this weekend. Rest in peace. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I hadn't seen him live, Maradona. I'm not from that generation, but of course, from everything that we've heard, that we've watched, the impact that this guy has on the game, I think we can only pay respect to him. He was the player that inspired the whole new generation of players that I remember. Players like Zinedine Zidane, like Dennis Bergkamp. Even if we go further, maybe Leo Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. So, despite what has to be said, or what people can say about the Diego the person, we're all gonna remember Maradona, the brilliant player that led Argentina to a World Cup, Napoli to the Italian league, and turning around a club that was basically nothing in the calcio to one of the most talked about. So huge respect, of course, to Maradona. Rest in peace. Sevilla as well, similar to Atletico Madrid, getting a really important result away at Huesca. Again, one of those games that nothing goes in, but you somehow manage to grind out a result, and that's what Sevilla doing this season. They're not really impressing with their play, even in the Champions League, but they're getting the 3 points, and that's what matters. In the city, getting the goal there. And Sevilla, again, one of these clubs that if they get their act together, if they pull on a streak together, they can really push on. And why not go for the league this season? It's wide open. I said it in my last video, I said Atleti is in pole position, and even more so now after the results this weekend. It's wide open. If we look at the table, of course, Real Sociedad remains in the first place despite the draw, but Atletico is in second with 2 games less. So if they just win even one game, they go on top, and if they win both, they're gonna have a real cushion at the top. Villarreal in third, and Real Madrid are in fourth place, also with a game in hand, so they could climb up the table. And then we have Sevilla, Cadiz, who have been doing really well, and Barca in seventh, climbing up. But of course, we know they've been doing better in the Champions League. But again, this is going to be a freak season, guys. This is going to be a season where another team's going to have a chance to go for the league. On top of the coronavirus, we got, Champions League every week. These teams are not used to playing that. And on top of that, the international break. So injuries are going to affect you, even if you are Real Madrid and Barcelona. But that's it from Café con Liga, guys. Let me know in the comments below. What did you think of Real Madrid's game? Any tributes to Maradona, of course. Or Atleti fans, are you excited? Don't forget to like, share in your story, and come back so we can talk more Spanish football on Café con Liga. Ciao!